Well, anything that's a volunteer-based sort of organization takes a lot of time and effort, and we appreciate you taking just an hour or so with us to talk about this today.
Absolutely. And I want to set the record straight. First of all, Brett considers himself volunteer zero.
I was going to ask that. That's a good point. He is still technically a volunteer, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you're volunteer number 1 and he's 0?
Yes.
Or you're
number
2?
So he's the first volunteer, essentially.
Yeah, he kind of drafted himself by default,
yes.
right? Right there on the Joe Rogan show. Okay, fair enough. So I think that's the first question is kind of where you come from, what brought you here, and what made you the first volunteer. Did you just text Brett because you know him already? How'd that go?
No, I did not know Brett already. And the funny thing is, the first time that I talked to him, I had to get off my chest that I hated him in 2017. If you guys are obviously familiar with the Evergreen incident, I come from kind of a very left background that I've slowly, retreated from. But yeah, that was the first thing I told him. Was like, I'm just gonna let you know I absolutely hated you a few years ago. And he's like, good to know. So anyway, my background and how I got involved in this was I was an Andrew Yang supporter. And I actually worked for Andrew. And it's kind of a silly title, but I was the Yang Gang envoy. So I was essentially the ambassador to the Yang Gang. And so basically what I did was it was kind of a role where I acted as like a campaign surrogate. I was kind of the median person between our supporters and, the campaign. And if you watch any videos from Iowa, I'm introducing him a lot in Iowa. So I got a lot of hugs from Andrew Yang. But so, Brett announced his plan on Joe Rogan. And at that time, the candidates were, Andrew Yang was one of the candidates, and right. William McRaven. And it immediately obviously piqued the interest of Yang supporters, of the Yang Gang. And Brett had tweeted something about he tweeted something out about the episode, and we all kind of got in there and were asking him questions. And I just had one question. I was like, what's your ballot access plan? So this is back in probably mid-June. I think that's when that episode aired. And then a lot of the Yang Gang came in and was like, hey, we're really interested in this. Heidi's a person for you to talk to. And so we DM'd on Twitter. And from there, I got together something like 8 of Yang Gang supporters / volunteers that were like really instrumental to for Andrew Yang's campaign. I got us all together and we actually formed what is or was the core team. So basically, the core team worked with Brett to lay the foundation for Unity. So everything that as Unity was, kind of put forth by the core team. We created the Slack. We created, the Facebook group. I created the Twitter account that's now banned. Hi, no. Jack Dorsey. I'm a real person. I can verify myself. Not a bot. Whatever.
Yeah, I put that video together. Actually, all the different supporters.
Yes, I did one of those things, but I didn't do it right. So you guys didn't put me in it. But I created the Twitter account. So our group, that's what we did is we laid the groundwork. And we kind of worked on preliminary strategy and, just getting volunteers together. Because, when Brett put his plan out there, everyone was basically saying, how can we help? How can we get involved? So coming from the Andrew Yang campaign, I was like, Brett, this is what we need to do. And, he was absolutely, he's, and this is just how it works in politics. He is an amazing intellect, right? And so is Andrew. But just getting out there and talking, you'll just get lost, right? So you need the people that can hear you and then put it in motion. So that's what the core team did. That's my story and how I got involved.